Hello everyone, it's Mike Levin, SEO up in Inwood in New York City, out walking the dog on Sunday, December 14th, 2014, around 11 a.m. And yesterday we had a cat party in the Lower East Side in a place called Meow Parlour that Rachel found a Kickstarter for, and we supported, and it got us a party night there before opening night, which I think is tomorrow. And we had some people out there, and like 10 cats from Kitty Kind running around, and it was a pretty surreal experience. Kitty Kind is a cat rescue and fostering organization here in New York City where we got our cats, and so we thought it was nice to support them and go out and see it. There was a pop-up one, I think sponsored by Purina a few months back, that had lines around the city block that was really hard to get into, so perhaps this was inspired by that, but it was really fun. Anyway, let's see. My mind has been going to how to promote Levinix and Pipulate. They are individually each things that have value and are unlike anything else out there. And Pipulate can be used just on its own to help you with SEO and social media, and you don't need to know anything about the platform it's running on. There will, I'm sure, be hosted versions out there where you don't need to know almost anything at all, except how to use Pipulate. And then there's Levinix, which is a full-fledged little Linux platform, and a great starting point to you know, a potentially lifetime of you know, Python or programming other languages. And I figured I'd wrap it in the red and the blue pill choice of the Matrix. And so I worked on the logo a bit, some ASCII art, making Pipulate the blue pill of ignorance and bliss, and Levinix the red pill of enlightenment and chasing the rabbit down the rabbit hole. And I am adjusting the messaging on the little you know, Levinix distribution package, so that when the menu pops up, you can just configure a Pipulate server and use it for yourself to help your online presence, or you can log into the server and start learning something and maybe adding functions in Python to Pipulate. So I'm really pumped about that. It's getting to the point, that magical point of a project where you're working on it because you love it. You know, it's always been a passion, but things like that ebb and flow, and success builds momentum, and I'm glad to say I just reached that point, and hopefully should actually be able to culminate a lot of my work in a popular way out there, like I've never really been able to before. I've had some mild successes like Hittail and 360i Tiger, but this is the first one that I think really is going to have broad-reaching appeal, and, you know, not really mainstream. Can't say this is mainstream stuff. It's off the beaten track, but it's old school embedded system style Unix/Linux with Python programming and an application that has some broad appeal in some particular industries like SEO and social media. Basically, modern marketing. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Hope to see you soon, and don't forget to subscribe.